Well, good afternoon, everybody. It's 1:10 on Thursday, December 29th, and the dogs and I have come over to Fishing Lake Road, north of Kingston, about 30 minutes. And I was here in the summer looking at the prairie warblers. Haven't been back since, so I thought I'd give it a try. I started driving up the road, but it's not maintained. A few other people have driven up it, but it looks like it would get more dicey as I went on. So I went back and parked on North Shore Road, and I'm just walking in on Fishing Lake Road now. It's cloudy here, but it's beautifully warm at 7 degrees. Well, it's kind of bizarre, but we're going to get about a week at least worth of quite warm weather for this time of year, right into the new year. Temperatures up 8, 9, 10, 11 degrees. It's crazy. You can see here it would be a bit dicey coming in here. I do have all-wheel drive, but I wouldn't want to get in here and find myself stuck in a big wet patch or something. I hope everyone out there had a nice Christmas and that you're looking forward to celebrating the new year and maybe have some interesting plans for the new year. Well, it's certainly nice to be out in the warm weather. I sort of hate to see all this nice fresh new snow go or melt down even 70% or whatever it's going to do over the next few days. It was actually quite nice to see the deep fluffy snow, and now I guess half of it or more is going to go probably. I actually don't mind winter up until around mid-February or so, and then I get kind of tired of it, but I don't really like it when it keeps going back and forth between winter and spring, and or just winter and melts, and then it snows again, then it freezes, then it melts again, and then you get a lot of ice. And that's the one thing I really hate, is when the ground becomes covered in ice and treacherous to walk on. Just thought I'd try over here again today. I was getting a little tired of walking on the KMP and the Cataractway Trail all the time. As nice as they are, and as many places as they have to offer of interest along those trails, to see a lot of new stuff I'd have to be going more than an hour away. I'm almost an hour away here, but at least it's somewhere I don't come very often. So I just thought I'd see what it looked like in the wintertime. And I also wanted a place that didn't have many people, so this should be a good option for that. I probably would have been fine driving this road if I took it really easy. I just didn't want to get into a situation where I was sliding off the side or going off into the ditch a bit or whatever. I really wanted to start walking at the parking lot at the east end of this road, but that's several kilometers long here. Oh well, we still have a nice road to walk. So just saw a rough grouse fly out. Just got my first northern shrike of the fall. Usually I have them in November, but for whatever reason, this is the first one I've seen. It's just a little pale speck over on a distant tree. Looked at it with the binoculars, and lo and behold, northern shrike. That's why the chickadees are all upset up here. Very quiet up here, and quite a wild setting, which is why I like it. This is a canker which grows on bitternut hickory, hence it's called bitternut canker. You just see a lot of these big globular type growths all up the tree and on its branches. Doesn't kill the tree as far as I know. So we've come to the location where the road dips south across the hydro cut. We've been walking for almost an hour from North Shore Road. It's been a really nice walk. I'm actually getting quite warm because this road is fairly hilly. So it does require some energy to walk along it. Oh, here's the parking lot where I was planning to park. And they don't even have that cleared out, which is sort of what I expected since this road isn't maintained. This must be just somebody that lives up here. I think there is somebody living up here that probably drives in here all the time with big pickup truck and big tires or something. You wouldn't be doing it in a small car. Doesn't look like it's ever been plowed, and yet I don't know how it isn't deeper on the sides than it is. Because we've got at least 1.5 feet on the ground at our house. Here it does seem a little less for whatever reason, but so it's 2:15, and I think that's about as far as I'm going to go. I'm getting a little bit tired. I've been trudging along here with my heavy winter boots on, and the snow is soft, so it makes it a little bit hard walking too. But it's been a nice walk. We're almost to the end of the road anyhow, but it's been very quiet. Just some ravens and chickadees. The shrike we saw, a blue jay, and some nuthatches, woodpecker. That's about it. Very quiet. Certainly clouding up completely now. When I left home it was actually fairly sunny out, but it's totally cloudy. I guess this is ahead of the rain system that's coming tomorrow and tomorrow night into Saturday. After almost a couple hours of walking, I've only had 2 vehicles come by me. Had an ATV with 2 people on it, and I just had a truck pass me. That's it. It's not a heavily used road at any time of the year, but certainly not at this time of the year. Well, there we are, folks, 3:17, and we're back out at North Shore Road. So it's been a nice walk. Fairly tired now. A lot of slugging through the snow. Always good to get out though for a couple hours or more. Whenever you can. You got to take advantage of these warm days, that's for sure, in the winter. I hope you enjoyed this little outing through the Eastern Ontario wilderness.